Hello medics. It should go without saying that a lot of anime powers would be useless to the general public, and most of us are throwing away the phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. If I were to receive a superpower in real life, I'm not doing any good with it. I'm either not gonna be using it or committing crime. There's no in between. If I tried to become a hero, I would become a hero that my city needs but does not deserve. Bro, after Naruto defeated Pain, he was still broke. Spider-Man lives in a beat up New York apartment. Frieren defeated the Demon King. Saved the world. Got 10 copper coins for it. Could not be me. If I had anime powers, I'm not stepping up. The question is though, if I suddenly did get one of those powers, what would be the worst one to have? I got a list. Off rip, an anime power that would be horrible to have is having a demon inside of you like the Nine-Tailed Fox or Sukuna. Like bro, who would want to have another man inside of like bro, who would want to have a demon inside of them? I'm fighting demons already. The only reason Naruto was able to control the Nine-Tailed Fox and be all bestie with Kurama is because he has talk no jutsu. Me, I would never have talk no jutsu. I don't have it in the real world. I have had so many jobs. The one reason I never tried to get a job in sales is because I'm not trying to talk to niggas I don't want to talk to. I can't imagine being somewhere and my intrusive thoughts are not only my own, but another entity that is pure evil. The Nine-Tailed Fox literally tried to push his intrusive thoughts on Naruto any chance that he got. Naruto could be just walking through the village. He's like, crash out, crash out. Naruto gets hit once. He's like, crash out, crash out, crash out. Naruto sitting on that depressing ass swing, thinking about why his life is horrible. The Nine-Tails in his head like, crash out, crash out, crash out. Kill all them kids. Which makes it more respectable that Naruto didn't become a villain because his schizo self had every reason to. Imagine every time you get upset, a fox demon is trying to ooze out of you. This means for dudes like me, gaming is off limits. If you play Valorant, Overwatch, 2K, any multiplayer game, that is an automatic 6-tail. And don't even get me started on having Sukuna inside of you. Pause again. He can literally grow a mouth on any part of your body and start talking. He can say anything he wants in public. It's like having Tourette's, but your Tourette's is like the most evil person you could think of. You'd have to worry about Sukuna everywhere you go. Imagine you're on a plane about to take off and Sukuna just says something racist because he wants to. Now it's you and the Burger King dude on the no-flight list. But if you were to have Sukuna or Itadori's power or whatever, you kind of deserve what comes to you because who in their right mind is eating a whole finger, a burnt finger at that, like the nail and everything. It's disgusting. Since we're on the topic of demons, another power that would be trash to have is the Death Note. I got 3 main reasons. 1, not everybody is as smart as Light. I barely passed AP History. I failed AP Cal. L would have been knocking at my door with a warrant by episode 2. 2, bro, I'm not going for no power where I have to have a demon just creepily staring at me and watching me 24/7. I'm not doing it. That's weird. It's not worth the squeeze to have no privacy. And 3, if I really had to kill somebody by putting pen to pad, it would be from these raps. Listen, talk to him. The human's name written in one of these verses shall die. Fucking Shinigami, I got different demons in all black that shall slide. We causing heart attacks. Spend the block bumping Hardy in the Cadillac causing cardiac. Give it a rest. We aiming at your chest. Be smart about it. It's a L if you try to stop me. A beam on the sights. Once you see this light, you got me a new body. Cause I ain't talking to money when I introduce this new shot. Now let's talk about Decay, the ability to destroy anything that you put your hands on. Specifically using Shigaraki from My Hero Academia for this. This power is very OP, so in terms of the strength of the quirk, it's not trash by any means. But in this video, I'm talking about the real life applications of it. And one thing that people never consider when it comes to getting powers is how you awaken them. If you get the power of Decay, that's an instant villain backstory. Using Shigaraki again as an example, bro had no choice to become a villain. His quirk activated out of nowhere. Bro was just chilling in the backyard with his dog and then boom, no more dog. Sister came out like, what the dog doing? Boom, no more sister. Abusive dad came out like, what the sister doing? Boom, fatherless. I mean, this power would be OD if you were born with it. I can't tell you how many people I have dapped up in my lifetime. I would have caught a body on accident as soon as this Decay quirk activated. Bro, I'm telling you, pre-COVID, everybody got daps. Friends, professors, waiters, everybody. Somebody would have caught their demise had it been me, and I would have showed no remorse. I would have been in the courtroom like, What did I do? How was I supposed to know that I had a decay quirk, Your Honor? And I don't got the best pigment for the justice system, so I would have been in jail. Next thing you know, I'm leading some crime ring because I'm not staying in jail if I have a decay quirk, bro. I'm breaking out immediately. But that for sure has to be one of the worst anime powers to have in real life, simply based upon the fact of how you awaken the power. Next up, an anime power that would be worse to have is the power of the 9 Titans. It's not a Tyler Relief video if I'm not talking about Attack on Titan, okay? Okay, so the main perks of the power of the 9 include regeneration and being able to control a giant meat suit, and that's about it. Oh, and you can kill 80% of the population. Actually, I don't know if that's considered a positive. Anyways, the negatives outweigh the positives when it comes to the power of the 9 Titans. The main negative is that you cut your lifespan tremendously. As soon as you inherit a Titan, your life is now on the clock because you have 13 years left to live. It's basically like eating at Arby's. If you eat an Arby's sandwich more than twice a year, you're not living to see 30. If you inherit one of the powers of the Titans at 16, you're not seeing 30. It's basically the same thing. In my opinion, turning into a giant Titan is just not worth having 13 more years left to live. Also, inheriting the founding Titan made Eren lose track of what time is. He was experiencing the past, present, and the future all at the same time. So if you were to inherit the founding Titan and get in contact with the wrong person, you'd be basically on an extremely bad trip. It's like shrooms mixed with fentanyl. Bro, Titan powers made Eren go from excited for the first day of school to this is everybody's last day at school. And lastly, to activate your Titan powers, you have to draw blood from yourself. Can I just do a side tangent and talk about how Eren got some chompers on him, bro? Annie and Reiner were using knives to cut their fingers, and Eren is biting into his hand, having all of that blood come out. You never really register how insane of a concept that is, since it's like a 2D drawing, but bro, like, that's insane. I would rather not have to pull a Hannah Baker to activate my powers, so because of that, and the bad trip, and cutting your lifespan that much, having one of the 9 Titan powers would be absolutely trash to have in real life. I didn't mean for this video to have 2 Naruto powers, but hey, I don't know if this is a hot take considering how iconic the Sharingan is, but bro, let me start by saying this. Tobirama was right. A little racist, but he was right. The thing about racism based on genetics in real life is that there's no definitive proof of an inferior or superior race. Anyone who believes in eugenics in correlation to race is probably on 4chan servers 24/7. But in the world of Naruto, I think Kishimoto made it real that a user of the Sharingan, when their eyes develop more and more, they are more susceptible to becoming a crash out. The Uchiha lore did nothing but prove that Tobirama might have been on to something. Bro, if I'm Tobirama and I have the knowledge that he has, the Leaf Village about to be looking like Jim Crow. To even unlock your Sharingan, you gotta go through some pretty stressful events. To get the full 3 Tomoe, you have to go through a crazy, straining emotional event. And I'm not talking about your girl cheating on you or your dad going to go leave to go get the milk and never coming back. I'm talking about life-threatening, I'm about to die events. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, recording this, I think Sarada actually did unlock her Sharingan because Sasuke was a deadbeat dad. So, hey, maybe some of y'all getting Sharingan. If your girl cheat on you, you probably getting the 3 Tomoe off rip. So the real life application of it, you can see people's movements and stuff, so maybe you might be a better basketball player or something since you'll be able to predict people's movements. But it gets worse when you start wanting to upgrade your Sharingan, the one that actually matters, the Mangekyo Sharingan. To get this power, you have to kill the person closest to you. You have to turn into YNW Melly and kill your best friend. And if you are crazy and mentally deranged enough to do that, if you are that locked in to kill your best friend for power, once you get the power, once you get the Mangekyo Sharingan, as you use it, one of the main downsides to using your visual powers is blindness. Bro, and the only way to combat that blindness is to steal the eyes of another family member that has a Mangekyo Sharingan. So you have to go up to your family member, another YNW Melly in your family, take their eyes for the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. So unless you are mentally deranged and you know another individual in your family who is also mentally deranged, to have this power in real life, you gotta go through it all, bro. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. Who are we trying to save in this real world where we need a Mangekyo Sharingan. I can't think of nobody. But hey, medics, that'll be all for today's video. Let me know what power you think would be the worst to have, and if I was tripping on any of these powers that I mentioned. If you got this far, I really appreciate you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, because a lot of you are watching, but you're not committing to the sub. Just sub up. Anyways, medics, happy to see you again. Trash powers are now released.